Hey, all you van lifers and wannabe van lifers, or even tiny RV lifestylists. Have you ever run into the situation where you go grocery shopping or you need to buy something and the containers are just too big? You don't have room for this in your cabinets. You don't even have room for this in your shower. Well, we're going to show you some amazing lifestyle tips for the van life, minimalist, and the tiny RV life. So stick around. We'll show you everything we know. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Lisa from Always on Liberty, and if I could just ask you, just click on that little subscribe button there in the corner to keep in tune with everything we're going to show you in the next, God knows. But anyway, today in this segment, we're going to show you some really cool tips we have learned ever since we shifted trading in our fifth wheel RV that was 42 foot to our small Winnebago View that is a little tiny bit more than 25 feet. We're going to show you how we shop differently as to how we used to shop living larger. So this is not only about the tiny RV life or the van life, but also the minimalist. We've learned that we don't need as much as we used to, and too much clutter, you're constantly moving things. So we had to kind of downscale, downsize, and well, let's get started. As I was showing in the intro to this video, when you go and buy shampoo, body gel, stuff like that, it always comes in these big bottles. Well, I'm here to tell you, trial size is your friend. Now, keep that in mind. Trial size is your friend. Because in a van, this is way too big. Though it's economically better, it's way too big. So, like I said, trial size is your friend. So what you want to do is you want to go to the trial size section of your store, whether it's a big box store or your grocery store, and look for these little trial size. All right. Now, we're going to get into something really cool here. Say you're out visiting friends or family and you're parking in their driveway or mooch docking. It's okay to ask for certain things because they want to accommodate you. Look, they're not having to wash sheets or towels because you're already taking care of that. But if you did ask them kindly if you could fill up your little shampoo bottles or other bottles, you know what? I bet you they would let you. And I'm going to show you a really cool thing that we put together, living so small, and we have such a tiny shower that we had gotten a membership to Planet Fitness. Well, it's all nice that you could go with a big shower bag, but really it's not conducive. It's too much. So what I did is I found these on Amazon. And look, what I did is I got actually a lanyard from Planet Fitness, and I took little carabiners and a shower hook, and I can hang this actually in the shower wherever we go, whether it's a friend's house or relative or Planet Fitness gym or even a campground. And what they are is I have my my shampoo, my conditioner, my facial wash, and other things here. And then all I have to do is refill them. And this is where if you ask your friends and family, even throw them a couple bucks. Say, hey, can I refill these? You know what? I bet you they won't even, they'll be more than helpful to help you. So I'm going to put this set in my links in the description that you can find these, because these are pretty amazing. So that's one idea for you in the bath and the shower. Okay, so we're done with the shampoo and the pretty stuff. Let's talk Q-tips. You've seen those huge boxes of like 500 Q-tips. First of all, it would take you more than a year to use them up. Why store that? Well, again, trial size is your friend. We found these in the trial size section of a big box store, and there's 50 count. Now, if you use, you know, Q-tips for everything, for makeup, for even Dan uses them to clean out little, you know, gadgets or crevices in his maintenance. But anyway, there's no need to have that big whole pack when you can have this. And this also packs nicely in your toiletries kit, or your bath kit if you do carry one to the gym. And then one of our big dilemmas was I have allergies, or we catch a cold, or we just need to use facial tissues. Well, there was the big box. I'm being really honest with you. There is no place in this mini moho to put a box of tissues, and we'd be constantly moving it. It'll get squished. Well, again, trial size is your friend. So they sell these in like 3 or 6 packs. These are Kleenex. These also are Kleenex. These are actually prettier. I like them better. But they're little travel packs of 10 tissues in each pack. Well, I did a little cost comparison, and really these were about the same price as buying a box of tissues as opposed to a 3-pack. So these also are compact enough to put in my Cavu bag, or my sightseeing bag, or even in the glove boxes of our Jeep or our mini moho. So keep these in mind. Instead of a box of tissues, try these. Remember I mentioned that if you're at a friend's or family's home, you could ask for different things, and you know, they'll usually accommodate if they can. Well, when you go buy in the toiletry section or the health and beauty section, you try buying a bottle of alcohol or hydrogen peroxide or even witch hazel. They're in these big bulky bottles, and the bottles aren't the same size or shape, and they're just, yeah, that's not going to work. So what I did is I went and I bought these cute little squirt bottles. And with my label maker, I labeled them. This is hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and witch hazel. And every time we go home, what I do is I buy the big bottles, and I just store them at either my mother-in-law's house or at our son's house. And then every time we go visit them, I refill them. And this is less than 1 bottle of space. I can put all 3 of these. And of course, look, I haven't used these in 6 months, so this is perfect. So keep an eye on the link for these also. They're little squirt bottles, and they're just really cool. Now, of course, as RVers, we camp a lot, and right now we're in the woods. So guess what we need? Bug spray. And the bug sprays are always in these big cans, bulky. And again, we just don't have the room. So again, trial size is your friend. They do have smaller cans, which actually we like these too because they fit in our sightseeing bag, as well as the sunscreen comes the same way. So bug spray, sunscreen, anything like that. There are smaller sizes. Now you may have to look a little bit, but they are there. So bug spray. And then you see those big containers of hand wipes. Well, of course, where the heck are we going to put that? Let alone folks who are van lifers. They don't have those room for those big canisters. So go to the trial section and look, they have packets, and these are a packet of 20 wipes. These actually will last quite a long time. especially now with the COVID, these are really, really essential to get. We keep them in our glove boxes. We keep them in our sightseeing, in my kavu bag, in our kayak bag. These are just the perfect size, and they're not bulky, and they're just perfect. So these come in the hand wipes, but also you can get these similar ones in the antibacterial wipes where you can wipe down counters and stuff. And believe it or not, I use these for that too. So shh. All right. So let's go back into the trials section of your stores. And hey, I need a little foot powder because my hiking shoes get quite the workout. So what we do is we buy the little foot powders. And if we need baby powder, they also come small. So don't forget, there are options. You don't have to buy the big containers. And then Dan shaves, I shave, legs, Dan does his face. Well, you can also find the small containers of shave cream. And really, why do we need that big can anyway that lasts, a year? This is just plenty. I think Dan can make one of these last 6 or 7 times, even more. And they do have ladies. Pick which your favorite is. And again, there it is. And then, of course, that goes with hairspray. With all the other hair products, you don't need the big can of Aquanet. Who uses that stuff anymore? Well, anyway, you need a little bit to kind of, hold your hair down if you're going out or whatever. So, they do sell this is an aerosol, but they do sell the little non-aerosol spritz bottles. So you can find the hairspray as well. And then in between those hair washings, especially with van life and living small, in between going to the gym or you're going to take a sea shower, that 3-minute sea shower, what do we do with our hair? Well, I found a trial size of dry shampoo. And this, again, is perfect to keep in my toiletry bag or even to just throw in my sightseeing bag, kind of fix up my hair that I look halfway decent. And lastly, facial cleansers. They always come in these big bottles. And again, while they are, economic, they're just not feasible to have all these big bottles. So I did find, and I had to look for it. I love Cetaphil. I found a smaller bottle. And this, I can refill my bottle here. So there, we talked about toiletries and the bathroom items and things you might need, health and beauty. So come on back and we're going to talk about in the kitchen and other household things that we've found that are downsized. Well, what did you think about those amazing tips for the bathroom and your health and beauty products for van life or your minimalist lifestyle? Pretty cool, huh? So we're shifting gears and we're going to go into the kitchen or the galley. All right, so I love barbecue sauce, but we don't use it very often. And if we use it, we're probably only using less than a half a cup. Well, then you have to worry about storing these. Well, we found a remedy to this. So, well, I love you, sweet baby Ray. You're out of here. One day we were at Walmart. While I was in the deli section where they have all the roasted chicken and chicken nuggets and all that stuff, I noticed something and I squealed. And Dan was like, what the heck? Well, I found actually these cool little containers. Look at this, barbecue sauce. They're not bad. And we found these, they were 50 cents a piece. So I found a barbecue sauce, a buffalo style ranch dip, buffalo style sauce dip, and again, I got another barbecue sauce. So one of these is one meal. So I'm not having to store this whole big bottle when I can just use one of these. And they're just pretty awesome. And also, for example, the dips, we can easily pack these in our cooler when we go on day hikes or whatever. They're just really, really practical. Very little waste. You can recycle these. I did notice there's recycling. So think about that. So speaking of little containers of sauces and that, how many of you have gone to either McDonald's or Arby's or other favorite fast food joints, even the Chinese restaurant, and you eat your meal and then all of a sudden you have all these packets left over? Oh, don't throw those away. For example, at the Chinese restaurant, look at the soy sauces. I'm not having to pack a heavy glass bottle into the refrigerator because, as we know, refrigerator space in a small RV or a van is like primo gold. So and anytime I go to the Chinese restaurant, I always ask for extra packs, or I grab them along with another set of chopsticks or their sweet and sour sauce. So remember, go to your Chinese restaurant. These are your friend. And the same goes with the yellow mustard at the sub shops and the mayonnaise. And these are really, really great also to pack in your lunch boxes. And these are perfect if you just want, as Dan and I as a couple, we don't want to buy the big mustard jar or bottle. We have these for, 2 hot dogs, and that's all we need. So there you go, your restaurants, fast food, these are great. So going along with those, these are from KFC, the dip mixes and the barbecue. Again, you pay for them when you're buying their food, so why not ask for another one to keep in your RV? Let's talk about spices and herbs and all that. These are our some of our go-tos, and I had these for a while. Getting ready to throw them away because they're outdated, because they're so big and I don't use them that often, and sadly they expire before you're going to use them. Well, we're just going to put those away. Have you seen in gift shops these cool dip mixes and herbs and spice blends? Yeah. Well, one of these in a grocery store probably costs about $4 or $5, depending on what you get. Well, believe it or not, I found these at a gift shop. They were $6 each, and they're 4 different herbs and spices or dip mixes. And it's pretty cool. And once you're done, just throw it away or in this. I'm not sure you can recycle these, but they're just a good alternative, and they don't take up as much space as 3. Look at 3 of these, yet this is 4 in one jar. And to go along with that, look at this. It's a multi-spice. It's got curry and paprika and cayenne, garlic salt, salt and pepper. Of course, again, we're not buying a million little jars. These are perfect for the van life or smaller RV life. Even if you are in a big rig and you don't use paprika all that often, or curry or cayenne, this is just perfect size, and you don't feel bad if it is outdated throwing it away. This costs probably about $5 for all this. Whereas if you buy individual jars of this, you're close to 20. So cost savings too. Speaking of spices, I have one go-to spice I absolutely love. Dan loves. It's so easy. It adds a little pop and punch to all of our food because we like a little spice. Our favorite is the Old Bay. Now, this does come in a bigger container, but this fits perfectly up in our cabinet, and we even put it out on the table when it comes time to eat to sprinkle a little bit on. And like I said, it comes in a smaller size. Now, when we live in an RV, the most important critical issue is weight. And in weight, you need to monitor even your pantry items. For example, your jars, your bottles, and your cans. They're heavy. No. But, for example, Dan loves pickles. And, of course, I don't want to open a big jar of pickles or even a smaller jar. And then it sits in the refrigerator for however long. These come in a 4-pack of pickles, and they're convenient, portion control, and you can put them in your lunchbox or your cooler or even our go bag for a quick low carb snack or whatever. So look for these. I found olives. Now, we love olives, but I'm not going to open up a whole can and then wonder, where am I going to store the rest? Again, the refrigerator space is premium. These are perfect. And these cost about $1. Yeah, you can get a can of olives for $1, but then you're ending up throwing them away. Well, these actually are a little bit more gourmet. They have the oil already in them, so I'm not having to buy extra oil. These are perfect for your cooler or your go bag for a quick snack. Peanut butter. Dan loves peanut butter. I love almond butter. And they're really great high protein snacks. Well, I found these, and these are pretty amazing. They are little packets. Now, we can make a jar of, even the small jar of peanut butter last a long time. And, it just doesn't taste the same once you've opened it and it's sat in the pantry for a while. So we got the almond butter. These also come in peanut butter. There's honey almond butter, different butters, cashew butter, whatever your favorites are. And these are pretty cool because, number one, it's a healthy snack. They're small, so you can fit them in your storage and your go bag or, your kayak bag. They're a quick snack. So look for these as opposed to that heavy jar. And of course, you just rip it and, eat it and then toss it. Remember the sauces I had talked about? We also get, instead of a bottle of ranch dressing, these are also in the deli, the salad area of a grocery store, where the salad bars are. They're like 50 cents or, maybe a little bit more considering this is a name brand. But, cost versus space, you got to weigh it. So there are dressings you can find also. And then Dan, he loves nachos with cheese. But a jar of Cheese Whiz, what are you going to do? You only want a little bit. So we found this actually in Dollar General. And he could put it in a little cup, microwave it, and voila. So instead of buying the big jar, there you go, a packet. And the same goes with his Spam. I hate Spam. And I absolutely get ill when he breaks it out and, that ugly jelly, gross stuff. Well, I'm not going to tell him what he can't eat. And we found these single serve packets of Spam so he can make himself a sandwich. Wait a minute, he doesn't cook. All right, I got to suck it up and fry it for him. And it's just one slice. So he's not opening a whole heavy can and then storing the rest, or I have to look at it in the refrigerator. It's just one serving. So this is a great van life tip right there. We both love tuna, and I'm sure you've seen these in the grocery stores, the Tuna Packs. You literally can eat these right out of the packet with a spoon or a fork. High protein, it's good for you, and they cost about $1. So you can spread these on your crackers or dip your celery in them, as opposed to having cans and then you have to have a can opener. Well, this great alternative. Now, in our fifth wheel, or even when we lived in our sticks and bricks, we would buy boxes of rice, or we would buy boxes of pasta. And I would end up either making the whole box and then you refrigerate what's left, and then you're ending up throwing it away anyway, because it just doesn't work. Well, then I started looking in the pasta and rice aisles, and of course they came out with these amazing packets. And when you look at the serving size, you can feed both of us with these. They're already pre-cooked, so all you have to do is, I'm not a big microwave user, but I can throw them in a pot and steam it real quick, add just a little bit of water, steam it, and it saves time, and I'm not having to worry about a big bulky box or a big plastic jar that's odd shaped to store in my pantry. All I need is one of each of these and we're good to go. I like my coffee like dessert. I like it light, sweet, and creamy. Well, ever since we got onto the keto kick, we watch what kind of sweeteners we use, and I'm going to post this link in our description because this is the only place I've actually found these, but these are sweet drops, and they come in different flavors. This one's vanilla, this one's caramel, salted caramel. They have coconut. They may have one or two other flavors or a non-flavor. Check the link in our description. But these I can make last quite a long time. Now I got a secret I want to share. When I make my coleslaw, I put a couple drops of the vanilla in my coleslaw. Tastes just like Kentucky Fried. I got their secret. So yeah, these are our go-tos. No more millions of packets everywhere, that powdered stuff. These are awesome. So you could put these in your iced tea to make sweet tea if you want to, without the worry. These are stevia products, actual stevia. So these are amazing. Again, and the same goes with your drinks. Number one, who has room for the big canisters of drinks? They do sell these. Again, another stevia product. And I actually found these on Amazon as well. Check the description for the link, because there's some good stuff that you're going to be able to find right there. Lastly, I love the Dollar General and the Dollar Tree, where everything is $1 at Dollar Tree. Because you can find smaller quantity, smaller bottles and that of like your cleaners. For example, the Dawn dishwashing liquid. I don't need a big container, and I don't have room to store it anyway. And they have all these little bottles that are $1. You can't kick. And I found Tide, liquid Tide. I've found Fabuloso in the smaller bottles, or just everything you may need. And another tip is at the Dollar, I'm going to say either the Dollar Tree or the Dollar General, they also, in most of them, will sell single packs of toilet paper. Who knew? So, yeah, as you see, when you start living smaller, you've been living small, you learn to shop a whole different way. And it's not necessarily about money anymore, although we all love to save money. In the long run, you are, because you're not buying these big containers, especially food products. You're not buying big things and end up throwing it away anyway. So keep that in mind, when it comes to your bottles of condiments and your herbs and spices and your pastas and stuff like that. And also think about who, you don't want to load your RV or your van down with jars, cans, and bottles. Number one, you have to find a place to recycle them. And not every place we go, you can do that. And who wants to be carrying all those recyclables from destination to destination, hoping to find one? So these smaller products, you still can, they're just smaller. So we hope these amazing, smaller minimalist tips and for van life, smaller RVs, even tent campers. Look, there it is. That's how we now live, and we just wanted to share the wealth and the health, and now you can go out and look for your own. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the little notification bell, because when we post another video, you'll be the first to know. Check our description for the links that I'll provide. And I guess that's it. And as we say, underway is the only way. Thanks for tuning in.